strange hands appeared, holding onto the top part of the door. Then they disappeared, retreating back into the room. This happened at the exact moment the child screamed. After the video went viral,
हेलो गाइस, कैसे हैं आप लोग। नई वीडियो के साथ एक बार फिर हाजिर हूँ। आइए स्टार्ट करते हैं। नंबर 1।
In September 2025, a girl posted a terrifying video that was recorded by a surveillance camera inside her mother's home, where she runs a daycare center. One day, while her mother was at work, one of the children suddenly became terrified, scaring all the other kids. But what made her share the footage was the mysterious thing that happened, which left her completely frightened. Let's watch the footage.
Did you do that? Were you in there? Were you in there?
No.
Who knocked this over? Who knocked this over?
Maybe it was just air. Yeah, what was it done? Well, I could have
Did you do that?
For an unknown reason, the playhouse suddenly fell on its own, even though none of the children had touched it. And strangely, this happened right after the child ran out of that room screaming, completely terrified. The woman couldn't figure out what had scared the child or how that heavy playhouse fell by itself. But recently, after posting this video, someone noticed something that might explain the child's fear. Something that made the woman feel even more terrified. Did you notice it too? Watch the video and look closely.
अच्छा, यहाँ पर बच्चे अपने टॉयज़ के साथ खेल रहे होते हैं और उनका जो एक अपना टॉयज़ होम होता है, ठीक है, वो भी साथ पड़ा होता है, बहुत बड़ा होता है वो। तो यहाँ पर बच्चे जब खेल रहे होते हैं तो एक बच्चा रूम में से आता हुआ तेज़ दौड़ता हुआ आता है और चीखें मारता हुआ, तो वो उसको वहाँ कुछ चीज़ नज़र आती है। इतने में उनकी मदर आती है, तो वो देखती है कि यहाँ क्या हुआ। तो आगे देखते हैं क्या होता है।
Suddenly, strange hands appeared, holding onto the top part of the door. Then they disappeared, retreating back into the room. This happened at the exact moment the child screamed. After the video went viral, the daycare owner's daughter posted another video trying to explain what was happening.
I wanted to quickly show you exactly what it was that was scaring the little kid that my mom was watching. So pretty much the house, and obviously it's pretty hefty, so it really doesn't make any sense that it would just fall on its own like that. This is the room. The crazy thing about this is that there was like markings at the top of the entranceway of like the doorway, and I guess in the video you can see hands gripping onto the doorway. I don't really know what to make of that. I thought at first that it was like bugs or something like that, but it looked almost like two hands like gripping on the top, like leading into this room, just like. But the main thing, and the reason that the little boy was screaming, is actually in here. We have this covered up for a reason.
बच्चों की वालदा कमरे में जाती है और वहाँ देखती है कि कोई ऐसी चीज़ जिससे बच्चे खौफज़दा हो गए हों या डर गए हों, लेकिन वहाँ जब वो देखती थी उसको कुछ नज़र नहीं आता.
Apparently, the little boy told my mom that he saw a face in these mirrors. We already found someone who's going to take it off our hands and pick it up on Facebook Marketplace.
The girl said that the child told her mother he got scared and ran out of the room because he saw a terrifying face in the mirror. So, they covered the mirror to prevent any other child from getting scared. They also locked the child's safety gate to stop the children from entering the room. But one night, while the girl was reviewing the surveillance footage, she noticed that the safety gate opened on its own.
That's fucking creepy. Do it again.
बच्चों की वालदा यहाँ पर नोटिस करती है कि जो सेफ्टी गेट होता है बच्चों का वो ऑटोमेटिकली खुद ब खुद खुल जाता है. वो वहाँ दौड़ के आती है और कमरे में देखती है, लेकिन वहाँ पर उस वक्त कुछ नज़र नहीं आता. आगे
Yeah, okay. Do it again. I'll wait. Do it again. Open the gate.
रिप्ले में देखते हैं एक मरतबा फिर वो कपड़ा जो आईने के ऊपर रखा हुआ था उसमें कुछ मूवमेंट होती है आईने की.
The sheet covering the mirror started moving in a disturbing way. At first, she didn't notice, but what truly terrified her was when the upper part of the sheet moved, as if there were fingers pressing from the other side, even though the only thing beneath the sheet is just the vanity mirror, which doesn't have any moving pieces. At that moment, she became terrified and ran out of the house. After that, she locked the door, making sure no kids get inside.
That we're gonna keep the room closed off from the kiddos for now so they can play in the rest of the space.
Unfortunately, not enough information was released about what happened, but what appeared in those recordings was extremely frightening and seemed very real. To this day, what is happening in that house remains a terrifying mystery that has not been solved. So, what do you think?
कमेंट में आपने लाजमी बताना है कि इसमें आपने क्या महसूस किया. नंबर 2 पे देखते हैं.
A man named Dan explores abandoned and haunted places all across the United States. On this day, while he and his friend were traveling along a road in the middle of the New Mexico desert, they spot a run-down abandoned travel lodge and decide to take a look inside. But it turned out that this place was more terrifying than any location Dan had ever explored. First, Dan almost accidentally stepped on a coiled rattlesnake.
This is why you got to be really careful out here. Because right here, whoops.
इसमें दो दोस्त होते हैं मैक्सिको के एक इलाका होता है रेगिस्तानी, वहाँ पर ये विज़िट करते हैं और उस इलाके में एक होटल या घर होता है जो कि वीरान होता है, उसको वो देखने की कोशिश करते हैं अंदर से जाकर। देखते हैं आगे क्या होता है।
Right there. Is a rattlesnake. And I didn't even see him before I actually stepped over him.
Luckily, the snake didn't bite him, even though he was extremely close to it.
Walked right past him. You can see my footprint right there. And he didn't rattle.
But then, something far more horrifying happened.
There's wood floors.
Dan suddenly felt a sting on the back of his head, and when he turned around, a huge, angry swarm of African killer bees attacked him. The bees had a hive inside the abandoned building. Dan screamed in pain, dropped the camera to the ground, and he and his friend ran out of the building. But the bees kept chasing and attacking them, and their screams could be heard. Fortunately, Dan and his friend managed to escape and reach their car. They waited until the bees calmed down before going back to retrieve the camera. Dan says that over the years, he has entered many scary and haunted places, but this was the most terrifying building he has ever been in, because snakes and bees are far more frightening than ghosts and demons.